Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Jessa Jeremiah.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we are here at the Black Locust Cafe over on East Washington Avenue.
East Wash,
This is probably
right?
East Wash. I think this is probably my third or fourth time being here, but your
My first, and I'm excited to be here because things are smelling fabulous back there.
They sure are.
They're brewing up some great coffee, and we're going to talk to the owner later in the show about some big picture plans. It's exciting what's happening here. It's a revitalization of this space.
It really is. It really is. Lots of new things happening. A couple new restaurants coming in the next couple of months. It'll be a lot of fun there. We're also going to talk with John Schneider and Jerry Walls from Property Revival. These guys are kind of like, can I say this, like the local version of the Property
You can
Brothers.
absolutely say that because it's true, and I'm so excited to talk to them. You're not going to want to miss it. They've got some very exciting things going on.
Yeah.
And we're also talking about bridal and the experience of looking for a dress and dreaming of that moment. And you've got a little girl, Justin, so you know what that's all about.
I sure do. We get married every day.
It's so cute. He has a daughter that likes to dress up.
Yes, she does.
So
She does.
we're going to chat with the folks from Premier Couture after the break and walk you through the special process of those moments. That'll be right here on Wisconsin Family. Stay with us.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are just a hop, skip, and a jump from the Capitol, and here at the Black Locust Cafe where things are cooking up and brewing up behind us.
They sure are. That smells great.
This is such a cute spot. If you haven't been, you gotta come. We're gonna chat with the folks later in the show. But right now we're talking about the process of finding a bridal gown, which can be tricky.
Yep, I've heard. I've heard things.
There's a lot of places out there. It's hard to know where to go, but we've taken the guesswork out for you because we have found her. We have found the spot. This is Rosemary Williams, owner of Premier Couture, and a fabulous place. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
So we're glad to see you today. We want to share with viewers at home first a little bit about Premier Couture's story.
Our story is long and varied, so
Maybe the short version.
right, I won't be able to fit it all in, but
Yeah.
probably some highlights are that I have, first of all, the privilege of working with a lifelong friend. My business partner is Laura Evenson, and we've known each other since elementary school. And she came to work for me in, 1996, 98, around there, and then came on as a partner in 2000. And ever since then, we've been tackling it together.
Wow.
And that has been a really awesome thing. Plus, we have both each have one daughter, and they both are now our prom bosses, our prom specialists. Yes, Anna and Marley are.
That sounds like it could be a reality TV show.
Yeah,
Prom
prom
Boss.
boss.
You know what?
Perfect
They would
age.
be fantastic on that. They really would.
That's wonderful. So two lovely entrepreneurs and their daughters kind of making it happen. I love
Yeah.
that.
And you guys have a mission statement too. Tell us about what that is.
We do, and that's probably not expected for what people just a bridal shop, a clothing
Right.
store, but it really is so much more to us. Our mission really is to offer a authentic shopping experience for our customers that lets them explore real life and magical life moments, and to make women feel authentically beautiful and that they would know their inherent value, and that we encourage and empower them to express themselves. Not only our customers, actually, our mission statement extends to our staff as well,
Yeah.
and that they are free to express themselves.
Wow.
And I think that's so important now because we hear that so much, the shopping experience, because with the advent of online shopping, the Amazons and the eBays and
Yes.
everything, it's kind of taken away that experience where you can literally say, I like to look at that one, let me try it on and see how it looks on me. Not so much, let me try that one on.
Right.
So you really give that, and you're trying to kind of bring that back in a sense and allow people to
Absolutely.
feel free to express themselves, with what
Absolutely.
they're wearing.
A bridal gown isn't like any other purchase that a woman will ever make. And it is the most self-expressive garment that she will ever wear. And it's difficult to get that experience online. Online is beautiful for certain things. My son is getting married,
Yeah.
and the perfect bow tie for his wedding could only be achieved through an Etsy shop. So
Oh.
that's fantastic.
There you go.
Bridal gown, very different.
A little bit different, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
different.
Well, it's so important that you understand that you have that passion for your business, because as a bride shopping for a gown, sometimes we've been dreaming of this gown since we were little girls.
Absolutely.
And pretending with veils, and to actually finally get that moment, you may laugh, but it's true.
No, I'm laughing because I know it's true.
Yeah, well, you've got a little girl, so you're up for it soon. But it's such an experience, and so important that you understand how important that is, and to make sure that that experience is wonderful. But you've often got an entourage with you as well.
Yes.
So you've got a lot of opinions and things coming at you, but it's a beautiful thing to be involved in. And I want to talk a little bit about what you think, getting on to that important gown, some of the key factors that you find for brides who are choosing a gown. What do you think of?
Key factors are things like remembering that, or actually to expect the unexpected. You're going to plan, you're going to put together your Pinterest board, and that is fantastic. But it's important to be open once you get there and actually are trying things on, to know that it may not go the way you expected it to go.
Yeah.
Much like probably how you found your fiance. You know, we don't necessarily have the perfect plan for that. Same with a gown. And there's really a lot of similarities between finding the right mate for the rest of your life
Right.
and the right gown for your wedding day.
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
fun
So
comparison.
what can you offer? I mean, what does your bridal gown collection look like? What variety do you have?
Well, what we have is, over the years, we have really developed an eye for really great construction, quality, fabrics, and lines, and all price points. And so our collection brings that sensibility to it, where we're really looking for a broad spectrum of things, because every woman is different, and in order for her to express herself, she needs something unique to her.
Right.
But also that it looks great on her frame, and that it makes her feel beautiful, and then that it's really well made, so she can feel great about it that day. So that is, not specifically, but overall, the feel of our collection.
Yeah.
Wow. And we have just a little bit of time left before we go, but I want to make sure we talk about the actual process of the appointment. What does that look like, sort of a step-by-step quick?
Step-by-step is difficult, in that it's really more of an overall thing that we're looking to achieve for a bride. We're looking to celebrate with them, because this is an amazing time for them. But we're also there actually to protect them, to offer them security, to alleviate their fears, and to make sure that those things that they hear that go so wrong at other places doesn't go wrong here.
Yeah.
And so their story is what unfolds in the appointment, and that's what we're looking for each time.
Interesting. That was a much more genuine and interesting answer than I was even expecting out of that question. So thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
That's really pretty that you thought about the whole process.
Absolutely.
Rosemary Williams is the owner over at Premier Couture and our resident bridal expert. Thanks for joining us, and thank you for watching. We're going to be back with more Wisconsin Family in just a bit.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're here at the Black Locust Cafe over on the near east side of Madison. And boy, it smells great here, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
they're brewing right behind us,
They
and
are.
things are happening. It's
Things
great.
are cooking. Things
Yeah.
are cooking. Also, if you're interested in finding out what you can do to, I don't know, buy a new property, if you have a fixer-upper in mind or something like that.
We got
you
the
can-
Real Life Property
We got the
Brothers
Real
right
Life
here.
Property Brothers right here. We are joined now by John Schneider and Jerry Walls from Property Revival. Welcome.
Thanks for having us back.
Yeah, it's good to have you back again. And talk to us a little bit about what projects you're working on right now.
Well, we actually just started a fantastic project right off of Lake Mendota, on Lake Mendota Drive, right near Middleton. It's basically, we're just in the demolition phase and opening this place up. And for clients, it could provide a great opportunity to customize some home.
Really
Wow,
neat
okay.
stuff. So let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you do, because you have this project going, and you also do some things for clients in terms of programs. So how do these two go together? How do they match?
Well, we have 4 programs that we offer at Property Revival. One is Buyer Revival, which is one of the biggest programs we offer between our real estate and construction company. Buyer Revival are people looking to purchase homes and update them with no more of the unknowns. I'm going to buy this property, I'm going to know what the cost is, and I'm going to move into it, move in ready. Seller Revival is working with one of our real estate agents to maybe get that extra added value out of the property before they put it on the market. We go in and fix the roof or fix the kitchen just to add that extra value, or maybe adding some living space in the basement. Our Investor Revival program is what the Lake Mendota property we're doing right now. It's a property we're doing that we purchased personally between me and John, and what we're doing is we create a realistic estimate for the project that we can go into this thing and renovate it. We don't like to call our flippers, we call it renovators. And then we can offer this to the public with allowances where they can come in and pick their cabinets and their flooring once we get to the stage where it's in that option. Our last program is our rental revival program, and that's just basically a lease option where we can help people be an alternative to getting into home ownership. And these are the problems.
And the Investor Revival program, right now, it gives these clients the ability to come in, look at a house on a blank slate, almost like it's new construction, and start over. And in Madison, that's a pretty tough thing to do, get a house that's really close to the capital, that's going to feel fresh and clean and new again, and that's something that we are really excited to bring to the community.
That's so unique. So you're basically making sure that the home is safe, and the electrical is in good shape, and so on and so forth. But then you get to come in and pick all the fun stuff.
Yes,
as an
exactly.
investor.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about this. I'm excited to hear about this property over on Lake Mendota Drive. What options can you provide potential clients who might be interested in this property?
In this home, basically, we've taken out some walls and opened up the space. One of the reasons that it didn't sell, it was very cut up, and it's a very large home. It's almost 4,500 square feet, and the kitchen area was really cut up. So they're going to be able to come in, they're going to be able to pick their design of their kitchen, their cabinets, their countertops, their flooring. At some point, those options go away if you don't come soon, because we've already had to make those and we've had to move on. But that's right now, that's why it's so critical. If a client wanted something in that area, they could have those options. They could pick their paint colors, their trim, their doors, and that really gives them, their own. It makes it feel like their own.
It sounds to me, sorry to interrupt, but it sounds to me like you're kind of moving forward with renovations. But if somebody wants to pop in and say, "Hey, I'm interested in this. Can you do this, this, and this?" You'll kind of work with them. But if they don't, then you're going to do it your way.
We've already based allowances based on the property price point of the home. So we've eliminated the cost, and it's just basically sitting down in our interior design showroom, which is Artist Hole Designs, located on the Beltline, and meeting with one of our designers and just putting the actual product to the allowance we've already allowed it to them. This custom remodel that we're offering is really great because right now there's not a lot of property on the market for buyers, and so we're giving someone the ability to create their own property as opposed to buying something new or building something new. New construction sells for what it's worth. When they do this renovation process, it helps the neighborhood, it helps the community, and it creates value for the client where they get a little skin in the game.
Yeah, we're working with a client right now who did the exact same thing on their own. They bought the house, but we were able to create about $20,000 in value, which is about 10% of the overall property, by creating that equity, by doing the updates for them and helping them, kind of guiding them through that process. And we can do that quite a bit when we're dealing with projects like this. It really helps out our clients and creates some extra value for them.
No kidding. Wow. I want to dive in more to all of these programs that you offer, because I think they're also relevant today with the real estate market the way that it is. But let's talk about the neighborhoods that you are working on, the project specifically. Like, what are the neighborhood response to the fact that you're taking on these revivals?
It's part of why I do this. It's kind of our big why. Like, reviving these neighborhoods, we need these neighborhoods to be revitalized, and it's amazing. Just in this project alone, as we started the work, the neighbors were coming out and thanking us, and really excited to see this property kind of brought back to life. And that response is really kind of gives me chills thinking about how much we really do create value for these neighborhoods and the neighbors themselves. So we're excited to do that, and we're lucky to be able to.
It's not just the people who are living in the home; it's people.
Yes,
that's the whole community.
Well, yeah. If I'm the neighbor of a house that is getting revitalized, then my property value is going up.
Exactly.
So I'd love to see you in my neighborhood.
We're out of time already. I can't believe it. Can you tell our viewers really quickly how they can get in touch with you?
Certainly, you can reach out to us at propertyrevival.com. That's the easiest way to go on the web. Otherwise, we are located just off the Beltline, 4211 West Beltline Highway, between Seminole Drive and Midvale. So feel free to stop by, reach out to us on email or our website, and we'll look forward to talking with you soon.
John Schneider and Jerry Walls from Property Revival. You're going to be seeing a lot of these guys here on Wisconsin's 57 in the next few months. So thank you guys for coming out today.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And don't go away. There's more Wisconsin Family coming right after the break. Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're over here at the Black Locust Cafe on East Washington Avenue. We've been here all show.
Yeah, we've
And
had
I
a
love
lovely time. It's
Yes.
been great.
Yes.
Starting to get hungry. I don't know about you.
Well, I'm starting to get more awake.
That's good.
Just the
Coffee,
smell.
yeah.
Just the smell of coffee just wakes me up in the morning. So we're joined now by John Reske. How are you, John?
Doing well.
Thanks for having us today.
Absolutely.
And we're just going to riff a little bit today.
Yeah, we don't really have any
Yeah.
notes.
So talk to us about what's new. What's happening at the Robinia? Black Locust Cafe is part of the Robinia Courtyard enterprise, if you will. Tell us what's new. What's happening?
Well, obviously, you guys are aware of the news with the closing of Julep and
Right.
Barolo back in January 1st, officially. So, we've been working on reprogramming the spaces,
Sure.
taking potential tenants through there, and looking at possible ways to obviously re-envision those spaces as well as complement what we have, what our ultimate vision was with the original Robinia Courtyard concept.
Right.
So we've had a lot of interest, and we've decided to plow forward with a new restaurant group, actually. So we've been assembling a new team, which we're very excited about. I can't name all the names because some of them are still members of other organizations, but Chef Nick Johnson's still on board, and he's obviously wants to return to what his passion was, which was kind of a European delivery of New World flavors, and so he's put together a really cool menu under the name of the Coterie. Actually, is going to be the name of the new space in back, actually.
Nice. Beautiful.
And we're excited because we're going to be doing some fundraising dinners here to kind of round out our capital raise here and get us launched soon. Hopefully we're open in maybe 2 months. That might be a little optimistic.
Wow.
But there's there aren't going to be too many changes to the space. We'll be adding some fixtures and redoing some of the existing fixtures that obviously signified Julep's existence. And Barolo is actually going to be turned into this sort of a rotating tap house, actually. Brandon Brisky, whom you've met before, big beer aficionado, was with One Barrel for quite some time, and we were exploring some, again, some ways to complement the existing uses, right? Black Locust Cafe, a little bit of a higher end restaurant in back with the Coterie, chef-driven concepts.
Sure.
And how can we kind of capitalize what we have going on in the courtyard? And so, again, that beer garden concept in the off hours. So what we're going to be doing is rotating various brewers through the spaces, actually. We've got some strategic partnerships already lined up with some existing brewers, bring them in on a month-by-month basis. They take over. They have some one-offs that are only available here as well, and we sign them up month by month. So I think it's a pretty cool concept. Obviously, it's not going to be the wine bar that Barolo once was, but a lot of the wine offerings that Barolo once had will be incorporated in the Coterie and back, too.
Sure.
So, again, everything that we were once familiar with is all going to be available here at Robinia Courtyard soon.
That's wonderful.
And I think that's important for people to know that just because you had 2 places that closed down doesn't mean that they're going to stay closed down. There's going to be something new and exciting coming.
Well, I'm really excited about the newness that you have coming because you talk a little bit about some of the concepts, like a chef-driven concept, and bringing some experts in that are really knowledgeable in the beer industry. Talk to us about how important that is. I mean, the people that you have in place, when you're driving from behind and the product is at the forefront of what you're doing and your vision, getting the right folks is key.
Oh, absolutely. And it's honestly, it's something I know nothing about, right? And you have to surround yourself with a solid team. They have to be passionate about what they're going to be selling. And I think we've really put together a good, solid group here as far as that goes. So yeah, it does. I mean, because they're going to be in there day in, day out and pushing that product and bringing the people in. And obviously we've created a beautiful space here, and we're very excited because obviously American Family Insurance, I don't know if you know, they just had their groundbreaking ceremony on Wednesday, right? So everything next door is going to be moving forward and should be open by spring of 2018. So again, it's just, not that we're playing the waiting game, we've got a great concept, but we're very excited to move forward because all the pieces are finally falling into position now.
That is so exciting. Yeah, this is such a beautiful space. Just this is my first time at Black Locust Cafe, and you've taken a concept and made it very pretty and unique and aesthetically pleasing, and it's just incredible smells and great little spaces to sit. And I love this space already, so I'm excited to see what you're going to do. But share with me a little bit about you talked a little bit about the initial mission or vision of Robinia Courtyard. What is that? What was the sort of ground that you've established yourself on?
Well, it was really about, originally I'm real estate development first, right? And obviously I'm always looking for creative projects, opportunities to take existing buildings, turn them into something new. And then on top of that, you have an opportunity to take, be part of this 200-acre renaissance, if you will, right? Cap East District's been rotting since, the 40s, basically. And so we got an opportunity to get in ground first and be part of something new here, right? I mean, there's hundreds of millions of dollars of reinvestment going on right now around us, and so it's exciting to be a small part of that. And so, you take all of your loves and compound it with, again, this opportunity to recreate this district. It's very exciting. So
it is. It's a rehab of this little area here, and to be a part of that is wonderful. To bring the traffic back to this location and this area, and the excitement and the energy of people that can come to this space, and to be a part of that is an exciting thing.
absolutely.
And I'm curious to know, I mean, are you, a kind of a two-part question, are you looking to have any other people or experts or take on anybody else as part of this endeavor moving forward? And then also, how have you found the people that you found who are as passionate as they are? How do you find people like that?
Well, I don't want to say they come out of the woodwork. Obviously, there is a bit of a, I don't want to say glut, but there's a lot of restaurants out there, right? Everybody who has a good idea has basically had an opportunity to try and implement it, in some form or fashion throughout the city of Madison.
Very saturated restaurant market.
It's pretty saturated. So it's harder than you might think, but you establish enough contacts in the industry, and people are always bouncing off of each other. That exchange of ideas is always happening. Wouldn't it be great if? And again, it's just a matter of getting access to resources to make it happen, and then obviously implementing the idea once it takes off.
Well, I'm a strong believer of if you're creating energy and buzz and excitement in your space, people tend to be drawn to that.
Absolutely.
And so you have the opportunity then to have people sort of come to you and be excited to jump on board with you.
Yeah.
That's
Now, are you
great.
open for more people coming to you at this point? Or are you pretty well set as far as?
We're through these investment dinners. We're definitely looking for capital raise, right? And it's really just a debt form, right? So it's not like we're looking for partners or anything like that. But we are bringing in, the community is very much behind Ravinia Courtyard as a concept. So we've got a lot of people that are interested, but we're always looking for more. You always want enough working capital to get to the finish line. But as far as our team goes, we're pretty set, actually. We've got a good team. It's rounded out between the three spaces.
That's a good place to be, because once you have the right people in place, you can really move forward and charge ahead together as a group. So
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick before we go, tell us about some things that people can get on the menu here at Black Locust
Or
Cafe.
what I can get in just a minute.
All right, in about 5 minutes, you're going to be ordering.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to think we're famous for our jianbing, right, which is that traditional Chinese crepe sandwich that I don't think anybody else has to offer in the city of Madison. And we've got a couple of riffs on that with a Cuban sandwich version and a veggie sandwich version. But, we've got some fantastic bowls, some great open-faced sandwiches, a little of everything, actually. And then, obviously, our sweet and savory crepe selection is pretty solid as well. So
And we're going to take advantage of that.
You had me at veggie sandwich.
Good
Love
thing this
it.
is the last segment.
Yes, that's right.
John Reske, thank you so much for having us today. We've been here at the Black Locust Cafe, part of the Ravinia Courtyard family of restaurants over on East Washington Avenue. That's all the time we have for Wisconsin Family. We'll see you next time.
Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands.